Welcome back to Big Brainer Podcast, the place where you're going to learn more about social media and brand building. My name is Dana Ohana, and today I want to speak about authenticity. Especially when we work in today's way we do marketing and then we work with social media, being authentic is super, super, super important. And that's one of the reasons why when you're building your brand, you need to make sure that you also know who you are. Because once you know who you are, you can be true to yourself and you can present it out to your audience. As well, it's going to help you to connect to the right audience because by you know yourself, you know who you want to attract because you know who are the people that you are going to resonate with and they're going to resonate with you as well. So one of the first exercise I want to give you guys to do is to do a SWOT analysis, which I know this is something that usually people do for like business opportunities, but it's a great thing to do for ourselves. So what does it mean? It means that the first letter it's S, that's your strength. So you're gonna write what are your strengths, okay? That is really important because you're gonna nurture that. What are your top key strengths? Things like you are good in communication. You some can say a pleaser as a strength, maybe as not. You can say that you work very fast, you learn very fast. Whatever it is that you want to write, that's the one. Then on the SWOT, we have the W, which is your weaknesses, which here you can write either procrastination, I'm not a person people, I don't work well in teams, whatever it is you can write. Perfectionism can be both, for example, as a weakness and also as a strength. You can play with this. Then we move to the lower part of it, which is the O and the T. O is opportunities. Here you write the different opportunities that are around you as per, again, your key strengths, okay? So you can say that because you're good to work with a team, you can work on different collaboration and things like that. Because you're good with organizing things, you can organize different events, different summits, whatever it is. And then on the other side, you have your, on the T part, on the SWOT, yes, on the T, the threats. But the threats can also be maybe more the challenges, if you prefer to look at this like this, and the things that are not good around you because of your personality, the things that you cannot really do. So as I said, if I'll go to the teamwork, if you're not good with this, so it's going to be hard for you to find collaborations, right? That's a threat. And maybe in your business you need to, or maybe you need a business partner, but it's not because as part of your personality, you're not good with this, or you're feeling lack of confidence with yourself as a weakness. Yeah, you're not confident enough. So a threat can be that it's going to be hard for you to record videos or stuff like this. So that's the first part. It's really important for us to learn about ourselves. So what are weaknesses? What are strengths? What are the different opportunities and threats / challenges that we're going to experience as per our strengths and weaknesses? And that's the first part. And then from here, once you know this, it's really going to help you with understanding which audience you want to attract to yourself and what's going to be as well your brand promise. Because you don't want to promise things that you cannot commit to. So you cannot promise that you're going to deliver a service or in a certain amount of hours or an immediate one. If you procrastinate, you cannot commit to certain things because of this. So it's really going to help you with this. And that is why it's very important to know about ourselves. And that's why it's very important when you want to build a strong brand and you want to build a brand that's going to be here for the long run. You really want to work on investing on yourself, on learning about yourself, of highlighting what's right for you and finding solutions to overcome your weaknesses, the things that you're not so good with. Okay, so maybe instead of calling it a weakness, write it as the things that I'm not strong enough. Okay, so some of your weaknesses / the things that you're not strong enough, you can maybe change and be better. With some of them, you maybe cannot, but that's a great way to learn that you can outsource it. And that is the one important thing that you really want to focus on as part of building yourself and connecting to yourself and learning about yourself. The second part is that you also need to remember that people buy from people. And people buy from people they can have a connection with, that they can build relationship with, that they can trust. If I can trust you, I'm going to be loyal to you and I'm going to be your best brand ambassador. And on social media, you can see very clearly and very fast who is being authentic and who's not. So even I'll give it like this for an example. So I'm working now on hosting an amazing summit that's going to happen between the 16th to the 18th of August 2022. And I'm checking for different ladies that I can invite as guest speakers. So one of the things I'm actually doing is, on top of chatting with them, I'm also checking their online presence. So I'm checking it not from the side like how many posts they created, but I'm trying to look at certain videos. I'm trying to get their energy. I'm trying to listen to the tone of their voice and to what they're saying. So through that, I can learn about them and understand, okay, is this the type of person that I can feel that other people can resonate, that the audience that I'm aiming to can resonate with, can have a connection, can really enjoy it, can find it as very empowering, insightful, or things like this. And that is why, the same as I give this example, that's what your audience as well is doing. And let's call them more of as a potential audience. They're also going to check you out. But if you, for example, not feeling comfortable with a camera and you're forcing yourself to do it, you're not being authentic. People can see it, they can feel it. So if you cannot be in front of the camera like this, so use, for example, Canva or other apps and design with slides and things like that. Maybe use an avatar for this. So there's always other solutions for it. But you want to make sure that you're being true to yourself and that you present it to others. Because if I want to inspire, if you want to inspire, to motivate, to become their go-to person, to be an expert, you want your audience to make sure that they can get it from you. But they can only get it from the people they have a connection with, that they can feel they can trust. But for them to trust you and to build a relationship with you, they need to know that what they see is what they get, if not more than that. But they don't want to know that they came to you and you were building up and putting so many promises, but bottom line, they never got it. The expectations were bigger and higher than what they actually got. And that's why it's super important to make sure that you're being true to yourself. Because, like in the past, in the traditional marketing, you didn't have that exposure. You would come and knock on someone's door, maybe present them the product, but that's more like in one-on-one, very intimate. But when you need to present it through a screen, like from the videos, and they have lots of people like you, okay, around us, you need to stand out. And your way to stand out, it's by just being you. That's why I don't really believe in the word competition in the small, medium-sized businesses, especially on the small ones. Okay, and when I say a small one, it's not by the income. Okay, it's because it's a one-man show or maybe there's 2-3 people. When it's a small business, people buy from a certain person. They build a connection with them. That person is the face. I want to connect to that person. And each and every one of them have a different story, a different point of view, a different perceptions, a different tone of voice, energy. So that's why there is not really a competition. By you being you, by you being true to yourself, you're going to attract the right people to you. And that's the thing that, as I've said, like in my previous podcast, you cannot be everything to everyone. You want to make sure you're attracting the right people. But those people, and that's why I really don't believe in the word competition, as I said, because you're you. So you're not in a competition. Even myself, I don't see other marketing people as a competition. I don't really care because I'm being me. Some can listen and say like, oh, wow, I love that girl. And some can say, oh my God, she talks too much. She's got like this crappy energy, whatever. And you know what? That's fine. But I'm being true to myself. And even to every type of person, there is his own tribe. And that's what you're trying to focus on, building your own tribe, building a community around you, around your brand. And to do that, you need to build relationship with your audience. But in order for you to build relationship with your audience, you want to attract the right people so you can speak their language. But it's not only that they speak your language, it's also that you speak their language. It's also for them to speak your language. You want to work with people that are not going to get you to be frustrated, that you both understand each other. But how can you expect them to understand you and to build a connection with you if you're not building a connection with yourself? If you're not really sure who you are and what you want to put out there. So that is why it's super important with today's marketing and not the traditional marketing, because there's so many people out there to stand out because of you being you, of you doing what's right for you. And not trying to do what someone else is doing because they maybe have lots of followers. It's not relevant. You want to focus on yourself. So I would recommend you to do that SWOT analysis. Do that as an exam. Another exercise I want to give you to do, which is a very nice one, and it's also going to help you understand how people perceive you and what's the perception they have of you, but also to see it where they see you versus where you see yourself. And there's also a nice exercise that's going to help you as well with building your brand and understanding the meaning of what is a brand, because you are the brand. And the exercise is that I want you to go to your partner, family members, maybe colleagues, or close friends, and ask them which brand you think I am and why. So I'll give it as an example. When I asked a while ago some friends of mine which brand, so some of them gave me Coca-Cola. And the reason why they gave me Coca-Cola, and the funny part was that each and every one of them were saying similar things, but also very different things about it. But you could see through what they said, what they think about me, but also how they perceive that brand of Coca-Cola. So, for example, they say you're very bubbly, lots of energy, you are a person that reach out to different audiences, and things like that. So you're like a mainstream and things around this. And that is how you can also learn what those people think about you, but also to understand the power of a brand, and then to decide how you want to build yourself as a brand and what you want to put out there. But again, make sure that what you put out there, it's not just because you wanted to be there. It's because you're really that person. And if you're not that person that they see you and you want to be, so invest in yourself. Do some coaching, listen to podcasting, do whatever it takes for you to be the person you want to be. But do it because you want to be there. So be true to yourself. Be authentic, because authenticity is super, super duper important in today's marketing. This is the best way for you to build a strong enough brand that's going to be here for the long run, because it's going to be based on you being true to yourself, you being true with your audience. Your audience is going to resonate with you. They want to build a relationship with you, and they're going to trust you. And that is why they're going to be loyal to you and loyal to your brand and your best brand ambassadors. So I would recommend for you to do the SWOT analysis, okay, which what your strengths, your weaknesses, your opportunities and threats / challenges, and also ask people about you, what brand they think you are and why. Ask them to explain for you. You're more than welcome to write it down to me in comments on other social media platforms as under Big Consulting. I would love to hear from you guys and which brands they gave you. I'm super excited for this. And don't forget to follow me on other social media platforms. And hope you are following this podcast. That's soon going to, because every week on a Tuesday, there's going to be a new episode. So follow up for this. And good luck.